Mr. Tanaji believes that we need to use all our five senses when we read poems and stories to understand it better. While reading, we use our five senses to imagine and understand what is written. Like how Mr. Tanaji is reading and imagining what he's reading. He also feels emotions as he reads. Let's see how the words help create images in our minds. Picture this sentence as it's being read out. Danish is playing the guitar. Now, if we change this to, say, on a warm autumn morning, Danish picked up a black guitar and played some sweet tunes. Do you see how the description adds life to the writing? These words appeal to the reader's sight because they enable the reader to picture exactly what the author is saying. This is what imagery does to a poem or even a story. Our senses are the doors to our imagination, and imagery awakens one or more of our five senses. Since there are five senses, there are five types of imagery. The first being smell, which refers to the sense of smell and describes smells and odors. On a warm autumn morning, Danish picked up a black guitar and played some sweet tunes. The house was filled with the delicious scent of freshly baked chocolate cookies. Here the words delicious scent tell us what type of scent he could smell. Delicious scents could make us happy and want the cookies, don't they? Then we have sight, which helps us describe how we'd see things. When Danish went into the kitchen, he was thrilled to see a big glass jar full of brown star-shaped cookies. Here we can see that the word big helps us picture the size of the glass jar. The word full tells us about the quantity of cookies in the jar. Brown tells us about the color of the cookies. Star-shaped helps us picture the shape of the cookies. The next sense is the sense of touch. He opened the jar and took one. The cookie felt warm and soft. The words warm and soft tell us how the cookies feel when touched. Then comes the sense of taste. This describes how something would taste. He took a bite of the sweet, chocolatey cookie. Sweet chocolatey tells us about the taste of the cookie. Lastly, we have the sense of sound, which tells us of how things sound. Just then, the glass jar slipped from his hand and broke with a loud shatter. The words loud and shatter tells us about the noise the glass jar made when it fell. How does the glass shattering feel? It's loud, noisy, and sudden, often startles people and makes for a negative emotion. Notice how these words bring life to the text. Not using them would make the story dull, don't you think? After reading about the yummy cookies, Mr. Tanaji also feels like eating cookies. Do you think if words like stale, bitter, bad odor were used to describe the cookies, Mr. Tanaji would have felt like having cookies? No, he wouldn't. So the next time you decide to write something, think about words relating to the five senses. See you.